If you want to become a successful trader, you need to learn how to cut your losses short and add to your winning positions. We've all felt that urge. When you see a trade going south, you think, hey, maybe I put more money in it, I can turn it around. Let me assure you, it's like trying to fix a sinking ship by poking more holes in it. When a trade is going against you, it's like swimming against a strong current. Not a good idea. Remember, sticking with a losing trade and throwing more money at it usually ends up in more losses, not profits. Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here with the daily market recap. Please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and without any further ado, let's see the charts. Bulls are nowhere to be found, bears are in full control, and as we always say, everything follows price, including volume. Look at this volume at the sellings. Why? Because everybody's following price and everybody's seeing that bears are in full control, so everybody's joining the selling party. Now 425 needs to hold, otherwise 423 gap will get filled and we are going to hit the 420 to the downside. QQQ, same thing, 354 holding barely. Below it, 346. Dow Jones continuing its sell-off. Now 336 needs to hold. This 336 area, very important area of support. As we can see here, during June until beginning of July, held very strong. Now needs to hold once again. Otherwise, 332 gap will get filled and we will retest the 331 area. IWM also selling off without any bulls to take some control. Nothing. Bulls are nowhere to be seen. Also on the IWM, 173 is next. All this area, the 173, very important area of support. Look left. If bears will break below the 173, we are heading south. 165 and then 157. New 52-week low. This head and shoulders pattern, as we talked about few weeks back, is validated and aging better than expected. Bitcoin and all crypto land just moving sideways, nothing much. Maybe crypto land is waiting for 2024. No one knows, but for now, nothing much. Let me know what do you think about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the rest of crypto land. Where it's heading. Oil, after retesting the 89 area from resistance to support, now looks like heading back up towards the 92 area. Above it, we are heading towards 103. Follow price, use levels, and also you can use trend lines. And as long as this purple trend line is holding the higher lows since June of 2023, August 2023, we are good to go for long on oil. Natural gas with a gap up above the 284. Very nice gap up towards this major. We can above this major area of resistance. If it will hold, we are heading towards the 3. Above it, we can take Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high. 297 is next. Above it, 312. Above 312, we are heading towards 360. SOXX, close this gap. Breaking below the 461. Next, 448. Very important level of support because it was a very difficult area as resistance. KRE, nothing much. 42 holding as resistance. 40.5 holding as support. Below 40.5, we are heading towards 38.40. If you want to go long on KRE, we need to wait for a weekly close above this purple trend line. Until then, south is the only way that I see. And of course, it's only what I see. It's only my opinion. Never follow anyone on social media, including myself, to tell you what to do, what to buy, where to sell, what to sell. Always do your own due diligence. It's your money. Take care of your money because no one else will do it for you. It's good and it's very important to follow others to get ideas. But in the end of the day, you must do your own due diligence. Apple, continuing south towards the 171, below it 167, will get filled. And in my opinion, sooner the better, and then maybe it will wake up the bulls. Amazon, 4% to the downside after some kind of a lawsuit coming up. 125 now is holding, not surprising. News or no news, follow price and use your levels and trend lines as your guide for future price action. 125 holding as support, look left. Support, support, support. Now, once again, not surprising, support. Below it, we are heading towards the 120, and then once again we will meet this yellow trend line. Google holding the 128, very important area of support. Look here, since earnings gap up end of July, it held the support. Now once again, bulls are fighting off this area because they know if bulls will lose this area, we will fill the gap at the 123. Nvidia trend lines, once again, perfect example of why trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. This purple trend line held the higher lows until it broke. Now, tough resistance from support to resistance. If bulls will give up on trying to get back above this purple trend line, we are heading south to close this gap at the 395, and we can also take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. And not surprising, the gap is at the Fibonacci extension level, below it 378. If you find anything you like on this video, take 1 second, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, will be much appreciated. Help me grow this channel so we can reach broader audience to help become a better trader each and every day. Meta holding the 297, below it we are heading towards the 288 and then 274, but overall Meta showing relative strength during the sell-off on the SPY and the Qs. Tesla 2 consecutive dojis, failing to close above this purple trend line from support here, also here, broke to the downside, failing to get back above it. 1 or 2 more days. If bulls will fail, they will give up, and then we are heading towards the 217 gap. We always need to remember that once we see a gap to the upside or to the downside, more than 85% chance this gap will get filled. AMD struggling to get back above the 98 area. If bulls will give up, and looks like they are not around, we're heading south towards, once again, continuing sliding on this red trend line. Microsoft holding with all they have, bulls of Microsoft holding with all they have, the 311 area, very important level of support. Below it, 304, 294, and 281 gap. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Will this gap will get filled? And if so, when? Before end of October or during 2023, by the end of 2023? Let me know what do you think. Very interesting. 51 area and Shopify is holding. Bulls knows that once this area will break to the downside, 48 gap will get filled. We do have 2 gaps to the upside, but in my opinion, this gap is closer to get filled. The chances of this gap to get filled are higher than these two to the upside. Netflix continuing sliding on this purple trend line, and as long as Netflix is sliding down this trend line, don't fight the trend. Netflix is going south, weekly close below this trend line, and we are heading towards this gap at the 341. Always follow price. Use your trend lines as your guide for future price action. This area, the crossroads between the red line that held the higher lows from March until it broke to the downside 2 weeks ago, and this purple trend line that's holding the lower lows, the crossroads is a very interesting and a major tough resistance, the 397. So if you want and you're seeking to go long on Netflix, in my opinion, for now, you need to wait for a weekly close above the 397. As long as we don't get this weekly close above the 397, it's short downtrend until proven otherwise. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe will be much appreciated. Don't forget to hit the notification bell because we are going live 2 times a day, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time and 12 p.m. Until the next video, stay safe.